Hi, my name is Goldman. I'm the director and founder of Goldman and Associates. Our firm has a primary focus on family law and family law matters. It's a broad spectrum of items. Please subscribe to our channel. Now, what happens if you're arrested and you don't want to give permission for the police to search your vehicle? Here's the scenario. I don't know, the police stop you. Maybe you have a tail light out or something like that. They pull you over, you pull over, and they say to you, "Can we search your vehicle?" Well, you've got a couple options. You can say yes or no. If you say yes, they're going to search your car. They may even bring a canine unit out there to sniff for drugs or God knows what. They may look into, certain areas of the glove box and the trunk. They may open up, certain bags and stuff like that. They may do that. If you say no, then they can't do the search right then and there. They're allowed to look at things that are in plain sight, but they're not going to be able, without a warrant, to go and, open up certain things. They may, for example, not be able to look underneath your seat or, look in the console or open up the trunk and open up things within the trunk and pull things out. They may not be able to do that without a warrant, but if there's probable cause to believe a crime has been committed, they may be able to get that warrant. And that warrant may take hours to get, but they may get it. Now, if they want it and don't get it, you may be detained all the while they're working on getting that warrant. So you need to understand that asserting that right may cause you to have a change of plans of what you're doing that day, because they'll detain you more likely than not until they can get that warrant. Another thing you got to understand is if they're going to let you go, and then you'll be able to take the vehicle that they wanted to search and go elsewhere, that has an incentive for them to not let you go. In other words, let's say it's something that they probably wouldn't have arrested you for, but now they're interested in searching your vehicle. Well, if they're going to let you go, they might not have that opportunity. So in other words, it might inspire them to detain you under the auspices of some arrest, some charge, something that they might have otherwise let you go, and now they got to do that. Whereas if you just said, yeah, what the hell, go ahead, and they take a half hour of your time to search your vehicle, you'll be gone though if they find nothing, and they'll apologize and let you go. So what's the lesser of the evils? I mean, you could stand on your rights and insist, no, without a warrant you can't search my car, but then expect to be tied up the whole day as they arrest you, charge you, get that warrant back and forth. Whereas the other thing, you'll be giving up your rights, but you'll be gone in a half hour. So really what it boils down to, what you got in your car. If you got nothing, maybe it doesn't pay from a time standpoint, from a practical standpoint, to assert that right. Maybe it's better to cooperate with them if you've got nothing to hide. On the flip side, you're not obligated to do that. You're a citizen. You have rights. You don't have to submit to search just because they ask for one. But understand, like everything in our Constitution, you have a right to assert it, but it doesn't mean it comes without a price tag. In this case, the price tag will be however long they monkey around until they get that warrant. So a person has to make that choice. A person has to make that decision for themselves right then and there of what they're going to do. And I suspect in most cases it had a lot to do with what the person thinks is in the vehicle. Having said that, what if you're driving someone else's vehicle and you don't know what's in there? And you're worried that maybe the guy's sketchy, maybe there is a bag of marijuana by the spare tire. You don't want to get charged with that, so you're concerned about it. Well, if that's the case, then the analysis is different. If you have any questions about that, of course, reach out. We'll be glad to help you out.